panelists, would you just introduce yourself and then we'll do the fourth question with Jeff?
Yes, my name is Jim Palmer. I'm from Wallingford. I'm with the Campaign for Liberty. Do you believe it is politically possible to undo the entitlements that are bankrupting this country, and if so, what course would you recommend to do it?
I do believe it is possible. I believe it's going to be a long and arduous process, but it needs to begin soon, actually. I think the course to take is to cut out any entitlements that are really unnecessary, first of all. But then, in the larger ones, maybe even start setting a timeline, a timetable, a cutoff point. Giving people enough time to be able to prepare for it. Start pulling back on the reins and giving people, like I said, a timeline to look forward to. But it has to, or this country's pretty much going to go bankrupt. We can't support all the entitlements that we have.
What do you believe the federal government's role is regarding the Second Amendment?
The federal government's role regarding the Second Amendment?
Yeah.
I believe the federal government should be in support of it. It is there for a reason. I know our founders have said that the right to bear arms is essential in, for people. I mean, it has to be extremely important to actually be in there. I know one of the things about the Second Amendment that's always brought to my attention when people, kind of converse back and forth about it is Hitler. Hitler said, when it comes to the biggest mistake he could have is to allow people to have weapons and to have arms, because conquerors, that was pretty much their own downfall, was that their citizens could fight back against them. And that right there, it says, well, then there's a reason we need to have it, and it's to, and I think even our founders have said it helps deter evil. And so it is pretty important to have, to keep that right to bear arms in mind.
What are your thoughts regarding the Patriot Act?
Patriot Act. I kind of understand where they're going with it. We should be, our government should be looking the best it can to protect its citizens and to defend us. And I don't think the cost of our own civil liberties is the right way to go. We went for several years not having to worry about having our privacy invaded, and to then push that in there right after 9/11 and say, there's a reason for this. I'm not sure that was exactly the way to go. And so I'm for defending our country, but not for going against our civil liberties to do so.
Do you believe a state has the right to nullify a federal law?
I believe the federal government has powers that are listed in the Constitution. And anything that's outside of those powers should belong down to the states. And those states should do every effort that they can to, when they see government, federal government, overstepping its bounds, to fight back against that. And that's pretty much where I stand with that.
What do you believe the federal government can do about the Kelo eminent domain case decision?
What they should do about it?
What they can do about it? Anything.
Well, I guess government should know that it shouldn't be pulling property away from private owners just to give to other private owners. I have a little bit of a difficulty with eminent domain. It is allowed in the Constitution for reasonable compensation, it says. But I don't think government should be taking property away from anybody. I can maybe understand in times of absolute emergency, but I don't think government should rule that it's okay to take property from somebody and give it to somebody else.